Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sandy here once again. Welcome back to game. Ooh, didn't hit play. Classy. There we go. Now the play might start. I don't actually have a dual monitor because I asked for a dual monitor for Christmas. Bam. Got my second monitor, and 3 days later, my original monitor broke, and I haven't yet got to getting another one. But this is game 2 between MouzMana and pwRelfi. Ralphie with a convincing game 1, really abusing the use of Blink Stalkers on a relatively very strong map for him, which was Jungle Basin. And yeah, quick couple shoutouts before this game gets underway, as we probably will see typical opens. If we don't see something typical, I will indeed stop my shoutouts. But a quick couple shoutouts. One to the rushnetwork.com. Please do check it out. Do a lot of live stuff over there. Second one is for Mobility Gaming, the team I run. A lot of stuff in the planning. When it becomes official, I'll make sure to keep you posted. Don't want to go into too much detail until we get stuff rolling. And then the third quick shout out is for ESFI World, esfiworld.com. And they are a new StarCraft as well as other games, but the only ones you care about are StarCraft, because StarCraft is the superior game in the scene. Hell yeah! But yes, esfiworld.com, a ton of coverage stuff coming from them. A relatively new coverage site that is actually growing quite big. A beautiful site, and a lot of cool guys over there. Do have some stuff in the planning for them, but I'll keep you guys posted as well. But without too much more of a delay, let's get into the game. pwRelfi spawning in the top right, and in the bottom left is MouzMana. This is going to be played on Xel'naga Caverns, and this is an interesting map, very statistically even across the board for most matchups. Obviously, not as big of a deal on or for a mirror matchup, but this is a map that is really possible for 4-gate. There's a lot of places for proxy pylons, and it's not a map that's quite as abusive for Blink Stalkers. So what will we see from both players? Looks like a simulators and gateways going down relatively the similar times, a little bit earlier of a first gas for pwRelfi, and looks like he's going to go ahead and grab that second gas again. Wants gas for some reason. What exact reason is it? Mount is going to see that he needs a quick 2 gas, and this is either for some kind of tech play, Blink Stalkers, or maybe even a couple sentry plays to play defensively. We'll just have to wait and see, but realize that he is indeed going something a little bit gas heavy. Finally, the second gas going down for Mana as well, so we might not be seeing 4 gates. These are quite early second gases. You can excuse me, you can 4-gate off one assimilator, or you can 4-gate off 2 assimilators. Obviously, with one assimilator, you can consistently produce more rotations of stalkers. So in PvP, you generally see that second Stargate, or that second gas go down, but in like a PvZ 4-gate, you don't actually need it. And you'll often see players, when Zergs go ahead and steal the gas, you'll often see Protoss just go, okay, screw it, I'm going to go ahead and 4-gate. But second gateway's going down for both players as well. Chrono boosting the warp gate technology, which will allow that to finish up all the more quickly. Both the scouting probes for Mana and Pelfi, or for Relfi, excuse me, Relfi, both scouting probes have seen it. Looks like an additional probe, or looks like Mana's probe is returning, and Relfi's probe does have the tower here. Looks like a third gateway going down for Mana, and a quick Twilight Council, as well as Warp Gate technology here. And this is a little bit interesting. After the second gateway, and he hasn't quite made any units, finally throwing down an additional third gateway, and he's actually just showing the tech right now. Does have one stalker to his name, needs to make sure that a probe doesn't get through here, and that one probe is coming out, but should be taken out relatively easy. Is this going to be for DT uses, or possibly for Blink Stalkers? This would be pretty risky if it wasn't for DTs, just because those Blink Stalkers are going to be, you're going to have that blink so early, but you wouldn't have much to support it. Does look like a robotics facility going down for Mana, and indeed it's going to be. We do see a Dark Shrine here, so Relfi wants to steal game 2 without too much work, wants a nice, easy victory. How it worked out, the robotics facility is going up. Mana needs to scout the ramp and see that there are not a lot of gas units, and then he can react with an observer first. He needs to go observer first here, and he needs to make sure that that observer doesn't get caught out of his base here. Looks like he is going to charge. Looks like that is Relfi Stalker. For a second, I thought that was Mana Stalker. I was like, scout it! Mana is down 0-1 in this tournament. This is part of the Black Dragon League, is down 0-1 in this week of the season. He needs to win this to force a game 3 to even have a chance to win a game 3. But the Dark Shrine's about 3/4 of the way through, and the 4th gateway's up as well. Does have a probe here. Will we see a proxy pylon? It looks like we will. He's going to be summoning in DTs right right here. Observer's about to pop. That Observer needs to get back home because the Dark Shrine is about 3/4 of the way through, and that Observer needs to retreat home, but it looks like it's gonna go out, and this is bad for Mana. He does have an Immortal on the way, and now this has started, and now look at this. Dark Shrine is up. Expect to see 3 or 4 DTs. It's gonna be 3 DTs here. He's gonna be able to put on a ton of pressure because the Observer is all the way out here. Robotics Bay going down as well, but the Colossi is not gonna be out in time, and there's an Immortal being started, and now he's gonna have to bring this all the way back. You can see the reaction. Did realize it quite quickly, but this thing is gonna be able to get a lot of kills. Looks like it's gonna go Robo first, hoping there are no Observers in play. Luckily for Mana, he does have that one retreating, but losing a Robo this early is gonna deal some serious damage. Just how many probes will he lose? A nice force field cure, but still 2 do make it in the line. Looks like these probes are trying to run, but they're going the wrong way, and now he's gonna lose a lot of probes. 25 over 21 as of yet. Just how many more probe kills will he get? 25 over 19. Finally, the Observer coming in, and he's gonna be able to clean this up, but still 19 under 25 is not a good situation to be in, especially in a mirror matchup. Every little single harvester really does matter. Quick look at the units tab. 4 Stalkers, 1 Immortal, 1 Zealot versus 1 Stalker, 3 Zealots. For a second, he's gonna have the bigger army, but there are 4 gates out. More Stalkers just warped in, and now he's up to 5 Stalkers here, so he's gonna be able to put a ton of pressure on, and Mana indeed might go down 0-2. His chances are quite slim as of yet. He has not a lot of probes, has lost a significant amount. 6 under. Now he's forced to build another robotics facility. He does have 4 Stalkers pushing forward, but there's a group of Stalkers at the tower, as well as more reinforcements on the way, as well as more Stalkers just being warped in. Looks like Mana's going to do a nice job as running right into these Zealots. Might be able to snipe off 1, possibly 2. Doesn't look like he will get 2 unless these Stalkers go ahead and put on their roids, but doesn't look like it's going to happen as of yet. Now Stalker reinforcements coming in. He actually could. Relfi setting up for what looks to be a little bit of a sandwich situation, and making MouzMana the meat in the middle and being the 2 pieces of bread that slash together on it, but doesn't look like that's what he's going to go for. Looks like he's going to back off, and wow, Relfi actually taking the 3 o'clock expansion, a little bit of a ninja expansion, but this is a large push coming from Relfi, and now looks like this is not gonna pan out well, and there's a nice blink here to snipe out 2 or 3 Stalkers. There is 1 Immortal on top of the ramp. Colossi about a 4th of the way through. He really needs to hold until that Colossi gets out, but there's only a couple Zealots and an Immortal. Obviously an Immortal standing on top of the ramp do serve as quite a nice buffer, but Zealot reinforcements as well as a sentry going up. Next is about 3/4 of the way through. Definitely will help the economy if we even make it that far in the game. Here come the Zealots to get the high ground, and now the Stalkers blink forward and snipe the Immortal. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, there is just no way that MouzMana is going to hold off, and Relfi's going to take a quick 2-0 victory in this series and defeat Mana, viewed as one of the top European Protoss players, placing 2nd at DreamHack. The Colossi popping, showing up very, very late to the party after all the probes have died. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. GG coming from Mana. If I do sound a little tired, it's because I've been laddering. I had class early today, and instead I stayed up all night laddering. But yes, with that being said, thank you for watching. That is actually all I have as of yet, but stay tuned, guys, because I have a ton of stuff coming up, as well as my YouTube, as well a couple other things I'm working on. Definitely a full-time nerd for the time being. Did actually lose my job. Our place shut down. So for the StarCraft 2 life, or for my StarCraft 2 life, fantastic situation. For my financial life, it's in a little bit of a crisis. But with that being said, thank you for staying tuned, and thank you for tuning in, and please do stay tuned. That is all I have. This is Sunday signing out.